Hello and welcome back, everybody. Heir of Tzeentch here, and we will be spreading change all across the lands of the Realms of Chaos campaign here, where we don't actually have to visit the Realms of Chaos, which is probably nice. It's been a long time since I've been there, and I'm honestly not certain that I wish to go back. Let's take a quick look-see at the schemes and remind ourselves what it is that we should be up to. We are in the Empire Theater at the moment. We've completed one such scheme, which was to establish a trickster cult. And then we need to win 15 land battles in the Empire. This will actually be pretty tricky because getting the AI to actually step out of their settlements, it's actually kind of hard. And I wish this number wasn't 15 on this scheme because that takes a very long time. Another thing we can do is raise the Tzeentch corruption to 75 at Castle Drakenhof. That probably would be pretty doable. And then it wants us to win 12 battles against the dwarves, construct a ravaging host, or sack Altdorf, and then destroy the Fecundites, which would be another option. Now, the Fecundites are going to be way out on an island, and it would be fun to destroy them because we hate Nurgle because of being Tzeentch, but I hate Nurgle because I just hate Nurgle. So that would be a worthy option as well. So let's take a look and see what we can do. We're already not really making any money, which, I mean, that's going to be about par for the course on a lot of Tzeentch campaigns. You're going to start off very poor. If you do, so speaking of, I've played my own like Changeling campaign quite a bit further ahead, and this may not be the perfect strategy because obviously I'm not like the world's best at min-maxing the game, but from what I've noticed, it seems to be best in terms of what settlements to build, to basically make everything parasitic and make sure to put one of these income buildings there, unless it's a settlement that's making a pretty good chunk of money. Then it seems to be worthwhile. So like, you know, Brasskeep May, Wolfenburg, for instance, would be a good one for us to go drop something in. Some of those you can make some decent money on, but otherwise the parasitic cult seems to be pretty good. And then I just use buildings that offset discoverability. And then of course I like to build like a recruiting center in one place, where you can do most of your recruiting. You can kind of decide that on the go. It doesn't have to be something that you know, stick around for a long time. We are gaining grimoires, and we can use those in the Changing of the Ways. We have to continue researching the different Changing of the Ways. But spreading corruption, you can see that's something that we're able to do whenever we're around Castle Drakenhof. So let's go ahead and move this way, and we'll go attack Crudenwald and Brasskeep and some of these other settlements here and see if we can set up some more trickster cults. It wants me to upgrade buildings. I don't really have the money for it. We're not making any money. The best way to go make some money at this point is just going to be to get in some fights and establish more trickster cults. That's funny. That was a rather large army for old Toddy Toddbringer, and he blew it. That's not a very impressive showing there. Oh, look, a land battle. How about it? So it may be a tough one, but if we can win it, that would be great because it wants us to win land battles. I don't have any regiments renowned available at the moment, so we would have to beat their 20 stack with our 17. That's probably feasible. Let's remind ourselves whether we got anything in the Formless Horror. We do. We've got Kugath, and Kugath is going to be pretty solid against these state troops. And when I say pretty solid, like, not his feces. Those are never solid. But, you know, his performance will be pretty good. I'm sure you all didn't want to hear that, but I made you hear it, and now you can't unhear it. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and head into the battle against Aldebrand Ludenhof here of Hochland. So I'm going to declare war on Hochland. Sounds like something you spit. So yeah, here we are. Just state troops. They do have a mortar, so we'll have to try and get rid of that. Let's go ahead and fight the battle. While we're headed in there, I'm going to get a couple of your comments here from the last episode. Thank you for all the comments, by the way. Jack Kennedy says, the Fates have already decided this will be good. I appreciate that, and hopefully that is true. Infernal says, the Changeling looks really fun. Can't wait to play it next year once it gets about a 50 to 60% discount. This is a mindset that's going to be very common right now and understandable. On my last episode of You and Bo, I had a discussion about what I thought of the statement that CA made. If you want to go watch that, it's right at the beginning of that episode. You don't have to watch anything else, but if you want to know what I think about it, it's there. I don't want to rehash all that here, but feel free to share your opinion. CA sees these opinions And also, we share feedback with them in the creator partner program. So please feel free to share your opinion. Do so in a... I wouldn't say you can't be angry. I mean, feel free to be angry, but typically, obviously, the more... what do you call it? I wouldn't call it constructive either. You don't have to be constructive. You can be frustrated like that. You know what? Just share your opinion. And don't crap on other people's opinions if it's different than yours, please. Again, not something that typically happens on the channel. Just saying that as a kind reminder. Because not everybody's going to feel the same way. And that is fine. That's something that seems to be a problem in this world. Is someone's like, you disagree with me? I hate you. You're forever cursed. No, it's okay. Like, disagreeing's okay. So, yeah, feel free to share your opinion. Like I said, just make sure to be kind to others who are sharing theirs, especially if it's different. All right, so here we go. And I see a lot of opinions that are different than my own, and that's fine. So, like, in fact, that opinion that was shared right there is not what I'm personally planning to do. So, and again, that's fine. But I will share it with you. Let's go through a few more here. I say that's fine. That's actually probably what my personal opinion would be if I wasn't fortunate to have a very good job at the moment. So that's why I say that I understand it in the sense that, like I said, that is likely how I would feel. I'm going to keep moving up because we are under fire from the mortars. If they alternate their fire like they are, it's just going to hit my barriers and not really cause me a whole lot of trouble. I'm going to open fire on the border with Kugath here. They don't have a lot of great range. So let's see if I use Kugath. Do a little bit of work. They don't have great range like right here in this spot too. Yeah, they continue to fire at the Sour Guts. I'm going to move this unit around and move it away from some of my others. You can see I'm getting my barrier back here, so if they keep firing at the Sour Guts, that I might be able to use that to my advantage. We did hit the mortar already with some fire from Kugath. Let's watch the mortars fire, because they'll fire to where I'm going. They're going to lead me, and so now I can head this other direction, and they might miss. Yep. So see, we can kind of dodge their mortar fire and let Kugath fire back. I think he may have destroyed one of their guns. He did. No, he did not. Okay. Wait, whoa. When did I come inside of their range? Did they move forward? Back up. Oh, they're pushing up. I see. Well, I'm going to go ahead and back up. They're pushing me a little. Let's back up some. I'm actually going to bring Kugath right up in the middle of this. There we go. Alright, I'm going to turn my units around. Now that their mortar is going to be a little bit exposed, I'm going to fly those units around. Yeah, their lord got out of position here. He's way out in front. He's just going to eat a whole bunch of magical firepower here. And we're going to push him right off the battlefield. All the while, I've got Kugath making a big distraction right in the middle here as well. They're trying to shoot me with those Free Company militia, and that is understandable. But now I'm in the open. I'm going to head that way, take out the mortar. I'm going to take my Zangors and go engage these infantry that are approaching, and I'm going to help my blue horrors with some support from my single entity characters here. Free Company is going to be hard to take down with a single Chaos Fury, but with the help of this Burning Chariot, I can probably do so. I'm going to get these guys. Zangors, go ahead and attack. Alright, so our distraction with Kugath right up the middle was great, because a whole bunch of units were shooting at him, and he acted as an excellent distraction here, allowing me to kill a lot of units. Let's go get the crossbowmen real quick. Flamers can get that. Free Company. I'm going to kind of finish off this other one, and I'm going to try and use my flamers to get that one there. There we go. All right, let's push forward. Let's take all these units, push forward a little. Zangors are very good against state troops. They have limited uses against a lot of other stuff, but they are going to be quite good against state troops. There we go. All right, took out these units. Let's have our flamers burn up a different one so we're not doing a lot of friendly fire. And there we go. I think that's pretty much all she wrote. We just got to finish off the enemy lord, who's right here up in the changeling's face. Let's see if we can throw some feces at this guy on his way out the door. Hit him, Kugath. Oh, we did. Talk about disgusting. Alright. I believe that's all she wrote for this army. So, nice solid land battle victory that we needed towards our 15 count. I'm going to go ahead and just continue to get comments on the loading screens. It's a good place for me to respond to these. Let's see. Trantor says, can you use the power of the changeling to switch your face? To which I replied, no, not even Zinch can hide my ugly mug. But nice comment, though, Trantor. Yeah, some things can't be changed. Wax On, Wax Off says, desperately wanted you to pink fire those Empire clumped up on their side of the gate. Yeah, when you get the pink horrors, that's a good point. And thank you for reminding me. The pink horrors and the blue horrors, when you start pouring all that magic attack into, you know, low armor, blobs and stuff like that, you will get tremendous results. Definitely really solid results. I'm going to actually go ahead and do Favor because we're not moving anywhere else this turn, and what little bit I need to replenish, we can replenish, and then that'll give me some extra money since we're a little bit underwater at the moment. And then we'll go ahead and hit this settlement. And this looks like an auto-resolve to me. They may cheat me a little, but it's not that bad. We picked up another 1,200 gold, which is important, some grimoires. And I am going to go ahead and do a parasitic trickster cult here. Again, every one of these little income buildings we can put here. This one's not the income building. This one's like cult supplies. I don't really find that building to be terribly useful. If you all see what I'm doing and decide that it's terrible, feel free to explain it to me, but I like using this building for the grimoires because it's here, you can switch it actually. It lowers the discoverability, whereas this one gives me decent income. If you want to add other buildings, this one's really good at lowering discoverability and can help you out with winds of magic and stuff. And then, of course, you can always put in some recruitment, but I can't afford anything else to recruit at the moment, and we're probably going to have Regiments of Renown coming unlocked eventually. So I'm not really going to fuss with recruitment buildings at the moment. I mostly just want to be able to get a little bit of cash out of each of these. But again, if I go and look at the income of the settlement, and the income looks pretty good, like this one, we're going to put a symbiotic cult there. So yeah, you kind of have to look at the settlement and decide what you think will be worth it. So our Accursed Horrors, that is good news. I need this Called by Change, which is going to reduce our upkeep costs so that we can hopefully eventually get to a second one. Arch Manipulator is pretty good because it's going to help us with winds of magic. Spoilers can be good because we get extra income from sacking, which is quite nice. So I'll put it onto Spoilers. We're going to have plenty of magic, I think, for the most part. And then let's do Invulnerable Through Change. Okay, I believe we are going to be ready for another turn in here. There are building upgrades available. I'm not going to spend on them at the moment. I'm just going to bank some cash, be ready to go. Incubus says, Air, you spoil us, you know? 3 campaigns plus multiplayer replays. Thank you for the content. Well, I wish I could put out more. I would love to put out a whole lot more content. It's just that, and I did back in the day, I put out considerably more content, but my life has changed since then. Like, I have to spend more time. I say I have to, like, it's not like a punishment or something, but my boys are older. They don't sleep as much as when they were babies, so I spend a lot more time with them. I've got more to take care of, you know, in the home. Like when I started the channel a long time ago, I was, you know, living in an apartment. I've got to keep the lawn mowed. I've got to keep up with the house. My job keeps me very busy. I get tired sometimes and just have to take it easy. But yeah, I will give you all as very much content as I can. If there's times when it's slow, it's just because life is running its course. And I will get back to you all as quick as I can on it. That's pretty much all there is to it. So yeah, I will do whatever I can. Transfer settlement. I love all these changing of the ways. I'm going to try and start unlocking a bunch of those. Okay, but yeah, good comment. Thank you. Appreciate the fact that you're enjoying the videos. Francesco, thank you for being a channel supporter as well. He says, love the idea of and themes of the Changeling. CA did an excellent job. This campaign does play very different. It's it's got a different feel to it. I can't review anything or, you know, like do all that kind of stuff, but I can tell you, I guess, the impressions I've had while I'm playing it. But it does have a very different feel to it. It plays different than most campaigns you're going to play. So I find that enjoyable. Continue the siege here. Let's put this on. So yeah, it does feel different. You don't really have to mess with maintaining settlements. Like, you don't have to sit there and fight for your home territory. You can kind of go all over the place. You have the schemes kind of guiding you in a direction, but you don't necessarily have to listen to the schemes either. You can just go do whatever you want. I tell you a few things that I like about the Changeling. You can kind of either not be friends with people as you see fit. I love how you can use the Changing the Ways. So like in the other campaign that I've been playing off screen, like, I pretty much don't have any allies. I just constantly play people against each other. So like, I'll use the Changing of the Ways to make someone fight someone if it benefits me, but then I'll attack them on the next turn just to take their form so I can use it. And like, so it's very cool in the sense that like, you don't really have to have some big loyal, you know, group of allies to help you or something. You can just screw people over. And so it's kind of fun in the sense that it's different, like that. I might do the symbiotic cult here. They have decent money there, which I think will become worth more over time. So I'll do the symbiotic cult here. It's not an amazing spot for it, but it's a spot for it. So in that case, I'll go ahead and put this building in that gets me... Actually, there's no need to necessarily put that building in. We could get the one that helps us spread the cults. Where is it at? It's this one, I think. Yeah. Small chance of spreading the trickster cult. I'll go ahead and spend just a little bit of money on this place, but I definitely want to go and establish something at Wolfenburg. I think that'll be useful for us. Just spoilers again. But yeah, I agree with you. The Changeling does feel pretty unique. This skill tree through here is really cool too. Like, this whole skill tree here is focused on who you change into. So like, if you get 1,000 faces, you can use all the spells for the person that you transform into. This red hot jape right here will allow you to use their abilities. And then like, so it's pretty neat because you can spend points to become better at transforming. If you don't want to transform, you don't have to. Like, you get tons of good Zinchi magic, and the Changeling can really impact the battle from a magic standpoint alone. So it is interesting the way that it's set up. And like, I don't really care for playing Zinch. I don't really care if, like, I despise playing Nurgle. Nurgle is just a boring faction, in my opinion, like tremendously boring. So there are a few factions that I don't like playing, and Zinch was probably down pretty low on the list. But this is fun to play, like the Changeling, Cultist of Zinch. So we could get a Cultist. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Let's do that. Yeah, I think it's fun to play, and it's been interesting. Which is fun. Like, I like that. I like when CA does something that makes it to where I want to play a faction more, and it doesn't leave me with like a smaller pool of factions, which are the only ones that I feel like I care about. So I agree with you in that sense. I think it's good. We could have done the open gates there as well. I forgot. I'll probably do that at Wolfenburg on the next turn, do the Changing of the Ways. Let's go ahead. I'm not going to upgrade any more buildings for this turn, because again, we're not making a ton of money. Wolfenburg should be a nice gambit for us to get some money here.
Not wise to show your fate.
Goblins want to pay me for peace. That's fine, because I'm not around them right now, and I'll just declare war on them later if I feel like it anyway, because we change. And that's just the way it works. Alright, so we finished some research. Oh, the ogres are already making a run through here. The ogres just get a big fat gut snowball going at times, and that's exactly what they're doing. So I may go thrash them a little, and that may help me with the land battles. They are a little tougher to take on, though. Let's go to Wolfenburg. And I'm going to siege Wolfenburg.
Never as conspired.
Yeah, these guys are totally defeatable. So I'm going to start building some siege equipment here. They're going to likely sally out against me. They'll have a pretty large army if they do. but I think that we'll be able to take them down. So let's go ahead and continue the siege. I imagine they're going to come out and fight me at this point, and then we'll turn around and maybe try and deal with these ogres. Though I do need to get over to Sylvania and spread Tzeentch corruption, and that's a gold mine there too, so we could make some pretty good money off of Castle Drakenhof. But I just don't want the ogres to snowball across here. They're kind of annoying when they do, and that's what they've been doing, not just in this campaign, but others that I've played on the early access here. The ogres snowballing, gutballing, whatever you want to call it, rolling down the hill. So changing the ways, reveal shrouds. I'm just gonna keep getting all of our changing of the ways finished. So, and like I said, we could do the open gates here, but it's not gonna make a whole lot of difference. But you know, I'll show it here. We'll use it. It's 100 grimoires. We've got enough right now. But like, if you see now, the gates are open, so it should change. It should change the outlook here in the auto resolve. Well, no, it didn't really, but yeah, their gates are open, so the settlement gates will be open during the battle, but we don't want to fight that battle at the moment. I was just kind of demonstrating there, so bit of a waste, but there we go. Continue the siege. Let's end our turn. I'm going to get to some more comments that you all had, because there was a lot of them, and they were great. Let's see. Majora's says, that's a cool character intro. Yeah, I liked the intro as well. I thought it was pretty good. Oh, they're going to come out and fight me in a land battle. I think this counts as a land battle. I don't know. It says we're going to lose. It's going to be a tough battle because there's a lot of... Oh, they brought reinforcements. It's not just going to be a tough battle then. It's going to be an insane battle. I don't know where that reinforcing army came from. Let's actually fall back. Now when we fight them, we don't have to deal with at least the garrison, so it's a small difference. It's not a huge difference, but it's a small difference, and we'll just see what we can do here. I may have bit off more than we can chew and lose the campaign, but hopefully not. As we're loading in, we'll get to some more. Senshi Bat, our prophet, thanks for being such a big supporter. He says, you thought the Crowboy was a pain. Wait till you see this. That's right, the Changeling will be an even bigger pain. Senshi, hope you're well. Thank you for all the years of support. Steven says, Air playing as the Changeling, let's go. I'm super excited for this. Yeah, I can kind of get into some of this. Like, I don't know enough lore to like really role play anything, but in terms of just being kind of an unpredictable trickster, that shouldn't be too hard. Gotta get some water there. I think with the Zangors, you can cast magic around them and they get stronger. That's true. And he says, love the content here. They do have a special ability that's magic focused. Let's see. I think they do. Effect intensity increases when nearby allies or enemies cast spells. So yeah, you can cast spells to increase their damage and stuff. So I'll remember that. In fact, I'm kind of thinking if I put two of them on one flank, I have more than one caster, and we can try and remember to cast the spells around them. So I will put Changeling out here. Let me remind myself what that ability, come here, it was range is infinite. Okay. Hang on, so what is range infinite, duration infinite, intensity 0. I think that just every spell seeking to rabbit. Yeah, I think just every spell we cast starts to make them better. I don't know if there's an appropriate range, but let's check it out on here. We'll give it a try. We've got pretty good winds of magic. We could risk this to get more, but we're not going to have enough any problems pulling down enough magic.
Many eyes shall see.
Okay, I think this should put us in good shape. There we go. All right. Enemy's going to deploy way back because of the reinforcements. Now, this hill could be a big boon to us. If the enemy has deployed down here, we can kind of bottle them up in a spot and let all of our magic damage and Zangors catch them in a nice bottled up fashion. Oh, yeah, they did. So they deployed down there where we should be able to keep them contained. So I'm going to move up and do my best to take advantage of that. So for those of you wondering what I'm talking about here, with this piece of terrain here, I can set up next to it, and it will take them a long and difficult trip to get around and get on my flank, and I can keep their guys piled up right here in front of me where my magic can be more potent, and it's easier for me to deal with them all in one spot, and then also to protect my flanks. So that is what I mean by that, and I'm going to attempt this here as I move up. They're going to get the reinforcements by the time I get over here, so that is most unfortunate. As they start to reposition for these reinforcements, though, sometimes they'll form up big blobs, and we have an opportunity to come in here and do stuff like putting some bombardment. They're going to move around. Yeah, dang it. I wish I could have canceled that, but we can at least disrupt them a little, and sometimes you can use that disruption to get your units into range and get the first shots. So that may be my objective here.
The deceiver's servants. Wafting.
Got some pistoliers over here. Okay, yeah, we'll have some units in range here. And this is good. Like I said, we don't really want the enemy to sit back and shoot at us a whole bunch. In fact, I'm going to move a few of my flyers just a little further back from the front lines. There we go. So the beating has begun. Yeah, see, that increased just a little bit there. There's Zangors. I'm going to actually fall back just a little bit with the blue horrors and try and let my Zangors actually get out there into that Free Company militia. You all take them down. Okay. And then you just burn those losers. I'll send my cultist in there. Let's get some help up front here quick. We got their lord right into my blue horrors. Ooh, that hurt. We got hit by special ability. Oh my gosh. Now we're getting blasted by pistoliers. They have a huge ball of skirmishers right here. I'm going to try and put some hurt on it. Okay. I'm going to drop the armor on this character, and I need to move back with my caster because he's in very real danger at the moment. Let's help our Zangors finish those off a little quicker. Oh gosh, we are getting outflanked. Not good. Definitely not good. Let's move this unit back over here. I can use it. So far this battle not really going smoothly. But, you know, it's not over yet, so let's keep going. Keep casting spells, that'll just make my Zangors angrier. Let's swing over here. How's our spellcasters doing? We gotta watch our characters, because the AI is very prone to character sniping on these difficulty settings that we have the game on. I don't really care if I lose some blue horrors, that's not the end of the world. Let's see, Burning Chariots. Let's actually get the Burning Chariot out here, and then let's get a spell right there. I'm trying hard to get rid of their lord. It is not going particularly easy at the moment. That helped. Okay, Zangors have got the next target fixed. Let's bring our Furies in here and keep working over. Keep drawing in magic. Let's drop the armor on their lord, and again, the more spells we cast, the better. Okay, there we go. Burning Chariot doing its thing. Zangors are doing extremely well. They are really carrying water for me here. And then our Zangors busted through here, so let's push through. Use that blue horde to kind of fight these guys back just a little bit. Okay, how are we doing? How are we doing? Well, their lord is really holding out here against my bird. Okay, there's our next target right there. I'm gonna try and get some magical damage into their lord. Let's hit some of these routing units. Alright, let's dive bomb back into him. And they're after my spellcaster again, so let's watch out. Alright. We cleaned up that fight, so let's move up. Cleaned up that fight. Let's push forward again. These Zangors have been owning. They've got 165 kills. Let's hope we can keep them going here. We routed their lord. They're after my flamers now, so we need to get my flamers back to safety. Alright, we're going to push in. I'm getting my... They're getting some regrouping units behind us. I'll try and hit them with the flamers. I should actually Let's roll these units on in over here. And get after some of these skirmishers. I gotta keep moving here with this guy. Let's get those archers. And then let's go help against some of these regrouped units back here. Keep those flamers safe. Get in here. Pull some magic back down. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this fight. And it has not been as pretty as I would like a fight to be here. Chariot, what do we got going on? Okay, let's get my Furies up in the air and then cut back to those missile units. And let's get some help up here for... I'm going to transform into Kugath because that'll give the enemy some fits here. And we got to get our critter on the move here. Okay, now we're doing alright. Let's clean up this fight a little. My flamers should be able to burn their lord right back out of the fight. Let's get this character up in the air. Get rid of those archers. Flamers head back this way. Zangors, keep fighting. You're doing beautifully. I think we are turning the fight ever so slowly here. Kugath is up now. Spell resistance. He is a large target. And I'm going to come over here and silence these archers because they are doing me some harm. Can you guys, yep, help those Zangors clean that up. Let's burn those spearmen up real quick. Bring these units back around. Cultist. Okay, so we're going to do it. It's going to be an epic battle. Like a difficult battle. And it's not totally over yet, but it's certainly turning in our favor. There we go. Let's drop the armor off of this guy. I'm guessing our Zangors are at like full buff now. Intensity 45. No, they can keep going. Good job, Flamers. There we go. Nice. Well, we did it. That was a pretty epic battle. That was a pretty epic battle. I'm going to try and kill off some of these fleeing archers so that we don't have to fight them again, presumably, in just mere moments. I'm going to turn some of these units around because I don't want to burn up my own units. Yeah, this good showing of Zangors. Look at that, 226 kills, 271 kills, 120 kills. Those Zangors were absolutely owning for me. And you can see their stats just kind of continue to creep upwards. And then the versatility of being able to transform, so like transforming into Kugath here gave me a whole lot more hit points to deal with. You don't like go to full health when you transform, but the transformation did at least have the effect of, you know, making it where we could... I'm just going to let my Zangors run this guy down. Drop his armor off. He doesn't have much armor because type of unit he is, but surely my Zangors can rip him up. Yeah, 48. Okay, so you gotta cast a lot of spells to get that thing up to full intensity. But it does start to improve their stat line. Alright, let's run this guy down. There we go. We're doing pretty good damage to him. You never know, like when a unit's routing, a lot of times the damage is pretty subpar because you're just pushing them around, but some units don't push them as bad. Alric says the AI stats change bar seems like a great addition. It is a great addition. I am loving it. It is so nice to play my campaigns without the AI just getting stupid cheats in battle that break the balance. Like this is something I've been waiting for a long time. Let's see. The Katana Hero says this will be a fun one. Can't wait to see more. Well, thank you. T-Rex, thanks for being a channel member. Says Chaos Gods as office managers. There's nothing there. And then Korn back to office. The Blood God needs to see you taking skulls. Zinch, stay at home. The Master Manipulator does not care where you scheme as long as you scheme well. Okay, this is like how each of them work as office manager. Korn wants you in the office. Zinch says you can stay at home. Slaanesh is more hybrid. It says for maximum pain and pleasure, mix it both. And then Nurgle's a stay at home. If staying home allows you to be more productive as you nurture your plague garden and spread pestilence, then you don't have to come to the office. I like that. That's a pretty appropriate description. I am going to take the replenishment because we may need whatever we can get if they counterattack me again. So we ran in, got a little bit more than we bargained for at Wolfenburg, but I think that counts as a land battle right there. It should. Yep, it did. So that's good stuff. We picked up skill point as well, which is only going to help. Put that into the spoiler. And then on our iridescent horror, we'll finish Plague of Rust, which is very useful. Let's do increased mobility and fireball. And then we need to get some units back into this army. We're going to go a little bit the negative, but, you know, when in Rome, sometimes you got to spend money to make money. I can only do global recruiting as well because we're far off from where we do our recruiting from, unfortunately, and everything's going to take a couple of turns. The blue horrors are nice. It's kind of like a cheap center. And they're going to cost a little less, so I am going to go for those. But I am going to drop one more Zangor into the army. I feel like that will give us a lot more flexibility. And then I think one more Fury as well when I get a chance. I can't do it at the moment, but in 2 turns we'll be replenished. And we'll have not only our strength back, but an extra Zangor, which means it will be considerably more difficult for the Empire to take us down like they almost did there. That was a good battle. It had me moving around all over the place. It had me having to manage stuff well. Like that was definitely a good battle. It's fun. I like ones like that. And see, if the AI had just gotten a bunch of stat cheats, this campaign would have been me running away from stuff like that and only fighting a few battles here and there that I thought I could win. And that's why that kind of thing is annoying. Did someone just sack their settlement? Because their army left. I don't know what just happened. I've still got to finish recruiting here anyway. Let's go in and let's do prismatic plurality. Speaking of the blue scribes, we need to get them. They are also a lot of fun. So the blue scribes are a unit that I think a lot of you will love to see. So really fun stuff with them. I've gotten to use them in the campaign that I've been playing off screen. Alright, construction complete, faction destroyed. We had done a symbiotic one here, but when the ogres took over, it kind of ruined that. So I'm actually going to flip this building over, because we'll make more money off of it the other way now. And I don't want to spend too much money, because we ain't got a ton of money. Okay, their army's back here, just in time for us to siege them again. And we can actually replenish while sieging, assuming that there's not some kind of factor causing attrition. So let's go ahead and once again siege these guys. So here it is. We could just raid them, but I want to siege them and I want to get a hold of the money that's there. But then we're going to have to turn around and start kicking the ogres' butts, or else the ogres are going to come through here and shred all these settlements where we are making our money. So I could also force the ogres to make peace with some of these factors. Okay, so we're going to have another big battle. They sent yet another army as reinforcements here. And then they've got their... Yeah, that's the reinforcements. That's the settlement garrison. I could retreat and try and take these guys on a land battle the next turn. I actually think I will. Let's see if they follow me. Because what I mean now... Yeah, see, now they have an army outside the settlement. I can move up and attack it and force them all over land here. I'll still have to fight the same one, but I think this will count as a land battle. And then, yeah, the reinforcements... I think they'll start with the settlement garrison, but then those guys will be 2 minutes away. I think we can take them with the number of Zangors we have, and we'll want to make sure we're casting a lot of spells. So the Plague of Rust, over and over again, basically, is going to be a good one to help us out. But yeah, let's see here. I don't know how to pronounce this, but ULQ is what I'm going to say here. It says, this one seems interesting to play as. It is, like I've been mentioning, it is definitely fun. Dango says, totally not overpowered to get Kugath at turn 1. Kugath is pretty tough. We don't get all of his magic until we get the right skill tree. But yes, he is very tough. Their reinforcements have to come from a long ways away, and they did not start with their settlement garrison, so I'm going to make these guys pay a dear price. This is a huge boon given to us by the changer here. So I am going to do this, stack these units all up, and put them on defensive so they'll continue to shoot. Kind of stack up some of my support units. My Zangors and my Chaos Furies can Vanguard deploy, so I will. I'm going to go get right in their face real fast. And then I'm going to send the Furies in to silence the missile units. Then we'll just get the rest of these.
The cult
There we go. This should work. This should work. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna hard group these guys so I can give a quick attack. Get over here. And then let's get this group and rush up. Now let's time our charges out well here. And then I'm gonna swing around this way. Bring in the Furies. Okay, they do have their leader up here who's gonna come in hard on me, so I'm gonna come in and get him. I'm gonna start the spell casting. Start breaking down his armor. Slowly but surely. And we want to take as little damage here as we can with their Zangors. Not a great place for me to use this, because I'm going to do friendly fire regardless. Let's use this instead. It can be a little more pinpoint. Alright, we're on their leader. Let's get Changeling over here, and let's get... we actually want to turn off Fire at Will, so we don't just wreck our own Zangors here. But we can go ahead and run into combat with the Blue Horrors and just help clean this up a little faster. There we go. Perfect. Okay, that'll do. And then we'll get our line reset and ready to... Oh, no, Flamers, take it easy. Just a lot of friendly fire. Take it easy. Alright, we're going to await reinforcements because we're going to end this right here. Let's get our Zangors recharging their barrier. And then let's line up right in front of them, all the Blue Horrors. And behind them, the Pinks. There we go. Hey, let's take it easy there. There we go. Just kind of get all of our units spread back in here. They're going to have a few units come back from routing. This one, let's go get them. Let's just bring our Zangors over to get this guy. There we go. We've got a huge magic reserve, and there we go, they're gone. Alright, let's pull all these units back over. Except that, yeah, their lord got beat up and then just kind of ran off a little bit. Let's go take him out. I'm gonna just go gang rush him here. Get rid of him. Yeah, we're still cleaning up these units back here. Okay, everybody's getting barriers back. I'm gonna have to remember to turn Fire at Will back on. Yeah, here comes the next lord here too. We need to get our cultists back behind the lines. I am gonna go ahead and turn Fire at Will back on because we've got units coming into range. Let's pull these guys back over here in front of our army so that we can hit them with a lot of heavy firepower. So let's just head back over here. I'm gonna actually swap over to Kugath because I don't think my magic here is gonna be particularly useful. And I will use the magic here. I'm gonna eat the armor off of these enemy lords and attack them as we do. Kugath, let's just get in here and fight. I'm gonna let my Blue Horrors kind of take the brunt of this for a moment. Alright, we already routed their lord there. I think we can get those guys with some magic. Okay, here comes the second wave. Let's get back here with the Burning Chariot, and let's get our Furies back into position. They're way out of position. There we go. Oh my gosh, my Burning Chariot got absolutely hosed. And let's get these two units out of the way. Back here. Okay, AI is coming in. Let's send the Zangors to intercept. And we're gonna have some pretty serious missile firepower coming down this other flank. Let's see where it kind of settles in, and then I'll start dropping. Is that handguns? Yes, it is. Wow. There is a huge blob right there. I'm going to try and put some pain down on it. Oh man, our flamers are getting wrecked. Let's put some pain in that direction. Okay, we got a huge fight going on, and I actually don't think it's going particularly great for me at the moment. I need my Furies and other flyers. We're going to have to go get behind enemy lines. It's going to be very risky, but we don't have a choice. We've got to get in and put some pressure back here. So I'm going to push hard for the enemy back lines. Get rid of those guys before they get to us. Get them. Take them out. Okay, Zangor's doing their thing. I'm getting into some of the gunners. We cannot take this kind of missile fire, so I'm going to split up, divide and conquer all those missile units. We've got issues, folks. We have got issues. Let's get rid of this. Let's actually start hitting this blob over here. I'll cycle back around. Let's put some pain there. There we go. Okay, that brought them over here a little bit closer, actually. Dang, man, we got our gunners. Our guys got absolutely smoked. Our flamers did. Okay, we did get a ton of their skirmishers back here, though. We are finding some success. Try and get those handguns with my flamers. I'm going to send my cultist over here to assist. I'm going to send... Actually, I don't want my flamers in range there. Dang, man, we are getting some desperate battles here. Just desperate battles. One of our Zangors is going down. But we are really eating into their skirmishing firepower. Really well. Let's go for their leaders. There's a gun getting in behind me. Let's see if we can pull this up. I'm gonna just keep casting spells. That'll only improve my Zangors, who are operating on a limited clock right now. Thankfully, Kugath has 1,000,000 hit points. Oh my gosh, we're getting shot up pretty bad. Some of these units came back from routing. We're gonna have to cycle back that direction. Where is my spellcaster? He has got to stay alive, so I'm gonna get him out of here. Come on, get out of there. Okay, we are starting to break the enemy. They are starting to fall apart here. Let's keep moving. Let's keep fighting. Thank goodness for Zangors, because they are really hurting the Empire quite badly. Oh yeah, Flamer's got a good chunk out of those guys. Alright, the enemy is mostly fleeing at this point. There we go. They are now nearly fully fleeing. Alright, we got him. Wow. Another absolutely insane and brutal fight here. It was crazy, like all over the place. Okay, let's go ahead and end this one. We lose one blue horror. Not the end of the world. We could replenish. I think I'm going to. And then as I replenish, I'm going to continue the siege. So I'm going to continue it. I will get replen on the turn-ins. I am hoping that they're out of reinforcing armies at this point. That'd be great, you know. We did it. This is very fortuitous timing. We actually unlocked a couple of regiments of renown, which will help us top off our army. One of which is the Severed Claw, and then the Chromatic Abominations. So that is some nice adds there. So that's going to put us in the hole. But if we can continue winning battles, it really shouldn't be that bad, and we hopefully can pull ourselves out of it here soon enough by just winning a lot of battles. So that's going to be all the time I have for this episode, but holy crap, boy, did we get our money's worth out of that one in terms of combat. HeirofCarthage, signing out for now. I'll see you all soon with some more action in Total War Warhammer 3.